10 hay balers so reliable farmers refuse to replace them. There's a simple rule in farming. Machines don't get replaced because they are old. They get replaced when they fail at the worst possible moment. But in real fields, some machines break that rule completely. They don't get replaced, even after years of use. Not because farmers ignore technology, but because replacing them feels like a risk they can't afford. Today, we're looking at 10 hay balers that farmers refuse to replace. Machines still working in real harvest conditions, long after they were expected to disappear. And the reason why might change how you see agricultural equipment forever. Let's begin. Number 10, Roll Belt 5.6 So. For many operators running the New Holland agriculture, Roll Belt 560, that moment never turned into disaster. It wasn't the most advanced baler in the field. It didn't promise automation breakthroughs or cutting-edge control systems. On paper, newer machines should have replaced it years ago. But farming doesn't follow paper logic. It follows timing. And the Roll Belt 560 earned something far more powerful than performance: predictability under pressure. During long harvest days when weather shifts suddenly and every hour matters, farmers learned something important. This machine rarely created emergencies. No unexpected breakdowns at peak moments. No sudden workflow interruptions when fields were already under stress. So instead of replacing it, they made a different decision. They kept it running. They maintained it. They trusted it. Not because it was the best machine available, but because it never turned a normal harvest into a crisis. And in agriculture, avoiding crisis is more valuable than chasing improvement. But the next machine on this list shows a different kind of loyalty, not based on timing, but on habits so strong that replacement stopped being considered at all. Number 9, John Deere 569 Round Baler. In most industries, machines are constantly compared, upgraded, and replaced. But in real farming operations across the Midwest, something different began to happen with this model. John Deere 569. Round baler quietly became part of the daily rhythm, not because it was the most advanced, not because it was the cheapest, but because it removed uncertainty from routine work. Farmers stopped asking, "Should we upgrade this?" and started saying, "Let's just use it again this season." That shift is important because it marks the moment a machine stops being a purchase decision and becomes operational identity. During harvest cycles, when time pressure is highest, the 569 rarely introduced disruption. It didn't demand relearning. It didn't create workflow changes. It simply performed the same task in the same predictable way over and over again. And in farming, repetition is not boring. It is survival. So even when newer balers entered the market with better specs, many operators hesitated, not because they doubted progress, but because they had already built a system around something that never interrupted them. Replacing it would not have improved performance dramatically, but it would have introduced risk, training time, and uncertainty. And in agriculture, uncertainty is always more expensive than equipment. So the machine stayed, not as the best choice, but as the choice that never forced a difficult decision. But the next machine on this list is different because it doesn't survive through familiarity. It survives through pure environmental resistance. Number 8, Class Roland 540. In farming, reliability is not tested on perfect days. It is revealed on the worst ones. That truth became very clear with the CLS Roland 540. In many European and mixed-condition farms, harvest doesn't happen in ideal weather. It happens when fields are damp, when grass is uneven, and when delays mean financial loss. And this is where most machines begin to show weakness. But operators using the Roland 540 noticed something different. When other balers started clogging in wet material, it kept feeding. When field conditions became inconsistent, it stayed stable. When long operating hours pushed machines toward overheating or fatigue, it continued without forcing early stops. At first, farmers didn't think much of it. Machines are supposed to work until they don't. But over time, a pattern emerged. The Roland 540 wasn't the most advanced machine in the yard, but it was the one least likely to fail when conditions turned against them. And that changed decision-making, because replacement decisions in farming are rarely about improvement alone. They are about risk. If a new machine might fail in the middle of harvest, even a small chance of disruption becomes more expensive than keeping an old reliable system running. So instead of upgrading, many farmers made a quiet choice. Maintain what already survives pressure. Not because it was perfect, but because it was predictable when predictability mattered most. And that is exactly why it stayed in service far longer than expected. But the next machine takes this reliability to another level, where strength itself becomes the reason farmers refuse to let it go. Number 7. Krone Comprima 515. There is a point in agricultural machinery where strength stops being a feature and starts becoming a reason to never upgrade. That is exactly where the Krone Comprima 150 found its place. In real farm conditions, machines are usually replaced when they start showing limits: slower output, more maintenance, or inconsistent performance under pressure. But the Comprima Vive 150 created a different problem for farmers. It didn't show those limits fast enough. In many large-scale operations, it handled heavy workloads without obvious signs of fatigue. It kept forming dense bales, cycle after cycle, even when pushed harder than typical operating expectations, and that changed how it was perceived in the field. Instead of being treated as equipment that would eventually be upgraded, it became something closer to a safe investment zone, a machine you didn't touch unless you had a strong reason. Because replacing it meant risking downtime, retraining operators, and possibly losing the one thing it consistently delivered: stable output under pressure. Over time, farmers stopped asking whether newer models were better. They started asking a more important question: will the new machine actually reduce risk or just introduce new ones? And in many cases, the answer made the decision simple: keep what already works, even if it's not the newest option available. That is why the Comprima 5150 stayed in service longer than expected, not because it was irreplaceable on paper, but because in real fields it never gave a reason to be removed. And the next machine takes this idea even further, where economics, not engineering, becomes the real reason farmers refuse to let it go. Number 6. Case IHRB 465. In agriculture, emotion matters, but economics decides everything. That is the reality that shaped the reputation of the case IHRB 465. On paper, this round baler is not the most advanced machine in its category. Newer models offer better automation, improved monitoring systems, and higher efficiency rates. But in real farming operations, something else became more important than specifications: total cost over time. Farmers began noticing a pattern with the RB465. It didn't demand expensive repairs, it didn't create unpredictable downtime, and it didn't force frequent replacement cycles. It simply ran season after season, and that stability created a hidden economic effect. Because the longer a machine operates without major failure, the harder it becomes to justify replacing it, even when newer technology exists. Many operators reached a point where upgrading the machine didn't feel like progress anymore. It felt like introducing unnecessary financial risk into a system that was already stable. So instead of replacing it, they extended its life. They repaired it when needed, and they kept it in production far beyond its expected cycle. Not because it was the most powerful option available, but because it quietly became the most cost-efficient decision on the farm. And that is the real reason the RB465 stayed. Not engineering dominance, but economic logic that refused to justify change. But the next machine takes this even deeper, where reliability is no longer just about cost, but about legacy passed through generations. Number 5. John Deere 348 Square Baler. Some machines are measured by performance, others are measured by something far more difficult to replace: memory. That is exactly what happened with the John Deere 348 Square Baler. In many small and mid-sized farms, this machine was not just part of the equipment lineup. It became part of how work was learned, passed down, and repeated across generations. Fathers trained sons on it. Neighbors borrowed it during peak harvest. And over time, it stopped being treated as old equipment and started becoming a trusted constant in farm life. Technically, newer square balers offered better efficiency, improved automation, and modern operator comfort. On paper, upgrading should have been the logical step years ago, But logic doesn't always win in the field, because replacing the 3-4-8 didn't just mean changing a machine. It meant breaking a familiar rhythm that entire families had built their work around. Farmers already knew its sound, its timing, its behavior under load. They could predict how it would react before it even started working. That level of familiarity created something rare in modern agriculture: trust that doesn't need explanation. So instead of replacing it, many farms chose to preserve it, repairing, maintaining, and continuing to use a machine that had already proven itself across decades of harvests. Not because it was the most advanced option, but because it had already become part of their history. And the next machine takes this even deeper, where reliability is no longer just personal, but something passed from one generation of farming to the next. Number 4, New Holland BC 5070. In modern agriculture, the most dangerous machine is not the one that fails, but the one that never gives a reason to change it. That is exactly where the New Holland agriculture BC 5070 found its place. In many farming operations, especially smaller livestock and mixed-use farms, this small square baler became part of a stable system that ran year after year with minimal disruption. At first, it was simply introduced as a practical, affordable solution for everyday baling work. Nothing extraordinary, nothing designed to be permanent. But over time, something subtle happened. It didn't create problems that forced attention. It didn't break workflows. It didn't introduce operational uncertainty during critical harvest windows. And that stability slowly changed farmer behavior. Because once a machine becomes invisible in operation, meaning it works without constant thought, replacing it becomes harder than keeping it. Many farmers reached a point where upgrading didn't feel like improvement anymore. It felt like risk. New machines would require adjustment periods, retraining, and system changes during the most sensitive time of the year, harvest season. So instead of changing it, they kept it. They repaired it when needed, they maintained it carefully, and they continued using it not because it was the most advanced choice available, but because it had already proven it would not interrupt the flow of their work. And in farming, a machine that protects stability often becomes more valuable than one that promises innovation. That is why the BC 5070 stayed in the field far longer than expected, not as a standout machine, but as a silent foundation that no one wanted to risk breaking. And the next machine moves beyond stability into something more powerful, where operators trust it more than newer technology itself. Number 3, Massey Ferguson 184 small square baler. The best machines rarely become famous because of innovation. They become famous because year after year, they simply refuse to become a problem. That is exactly how the Massey Ferguson 184 small square baler earned its reputation. Across livestock farms and hay-producing regions, operators discovered something that mattered more than impressive specifications: consistency. Every season demanded thousands of bales, long working hours, and narrow weather windows where every minute counted. The 1840 rarely asked for attention. It produced uniform bales with remarkable consistency, handled demanding workloads without unnecessary interruptions, and gave operators the confidence to keep moving instead of worrying about unexpected downtime. Over time, that confidence became habit. Many farms calculated that replacing it wouldn't dramatically increase productivity, but it could introduce unfamiliar systems, additional training, and the possibility of problems during the busiest weeks of the year. So instead of upgrading, they stayed with what had already proven itself. Routine maintenance was predictable, operating costs remained manageable, and harvest schedules continued without surprises. In agriculture, that kind of reliability is difficult to measure on a specification sheet, but it becomes obvious after thousands of successful working hours. That is why the Massey Ferguson 1840 remained in service long after many expected it to disappear. Not because it was the newest machine, but because every successful harvest made replacing it a little harder to justify. And the next machine on this list isn't simply trusted by individual farmers. It became the backbone of entire commercial hay operations. Number 2, Krone Big Pack 1290HDP. At a certain level of industrial farming, a machine is no longer just equipment. it becomes infrastructure. That is exactly what happened with the Krone Big Pack 1290 HDP. In large-scale operations, this machine isn't working alone. It is part of a full production chain: tractors, transport systems, storage logistics, and tight harvest schedules that leave almost no room for interruption. And that is where its true value was discovered. Because the Big Pack 1290 HDP didn't just perform well in isolation, it held the entire workflow together. Farmers noticed that when it ran, everything downstream stayed predictable: bale density, transport timing, stacking efficiency. The system worked as one unit. But when farmers considered replacing it, the problem was not performance, it was risk. A newer machine might offer better specs, better efficiency, or improved comfort, but it would also require recalibration of the entire workflow. And in peak harvest season, even small disruptions can cascade into serious delays. So instead of upgrading, many operations made a calculated decision: keep the machine that stabilizes everything else. Not because it was unbeatable in theory, but because in practice, the entire farm system had learned to depend on it. And once a machine becomes the anchor of a production chain, replacing it stops being a technical decision and becomes a structural risk. But the final machine on this list is different, because it is not just part of a system. It is the system. Number 1. New Holland Big Baler 1290 High Density. In modern industrial farming, there are machines that improve productivity, and then there are machines that quietly define the standard everything else is compared to. That is the position of the New Holland Agriculture Big Baler 1290 High Density. On paper, it is a high-capacity square baler designed for maximum output and dense bale formation. But in real-world operations, its role goes far beyond specifications. In many large-scale farms, this machine is not treated as an upgrade target, because replacing it would mean rebuilding trust across the entire harvest workflow. Farmers rely on it not just for performance, but for predictability under continuous heavy load. When harvest pressure peaks and every minute matters, the machine becomes the central point where timing, logistics, and output all converge. And that is where its importance becomes clear. Because once a machine becomes the core reference for an entire operation, replacing it is no longer about finding something better on paper. It becomes about risking disruption in a system that is already working at maximum efficiency. Many operators who use it describe the same reality. If it runs without interruption, everything else in the chain stays stable. Transport, storage, labor scheduling, and production timing all fall into place. So instead of chasing newer technology, they keep it maintained, optimized, and in service for as long as possible. Not because there are no alternatives, but because nothing else integrates so completely into the rhythm of large-scale farming operations. And that is why it stands at number 1, not just as a machine, but as the machine that quietly holds the entire system together, season after season. Most machines get replaced. These didn't, not because they were perfect, but because they still worked when it mattered most. In farming, reliability always beats new technology when the season is on the line. And that's why these hay balers stayed in the field far longer than expected. Trusted, repaired, and kept alive by the farmers who depended on them. If you enjoyed this documentary, like and subscribe for more real-world machines and engineering stories. See you in the next one.